Welcome, one and all, to another edition of the Extra Point. Your host, Mr. P.O. Colter, is in the house as usual, and as usual, flanked to my right is our international sports correspondent from the DR, Miss Tosha T Sizzle. T Sizzle, what's going on?
Oh, nothing. I'm just talking to you from one of my three balconies in my palatial estate here in the Dominican Republic. Just get a gander. That's not fair. Just take a gander.
Look at here! Look at here! Look at here!
Oh, boy, look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Oh, sorry.
So wait a minute. So you're actually showing the site to my birthday this year since COVID wrecked it last year.
See, see.
Y'all, I'm gonna put another stamp on that passport. That is absolutely beautiful, Tasha. I am very, very excited and proud and happy for you on that. We got a ton to get to today. And can you give me one more whip around of the pool that I'll be chilling in the evenings when I'm winding down?
Okay, I'm walking down the steps so I can come out through the side door.
Yeah, one more again, my friend.
One more again. Where the this is this is downstairs.
Nice.
Just want to, not just like I'm trying to brag or anything. People don't understand how blessed I am and how grateful I am to have this in my life. Like, this is one of the most amazing things that has ever happened to me next to birthing my child. This is just amazing. It's like I said, it's just a blessing that God allowed me and my husband to move down here and be able to live out this type of lifestyle.
Well, the thing is, I don't care if you are bragging. When we met over 30 years ago, you was living in the projects and I was living 2 rocks away. So
That is
from where you started to where you are now, take a tail feather. I am so happy and proud of you. I cannot wait to see the dig. Shouts out to Kenny, man, checking in. He says Good Friday with the big three. He says Wayne, Nikki, and Drake. Like, he's just trying to make us feel old. But we're gonna get to a ton of stuff today. But before we get started, you know how we get down. This show is brought to you today by
May Jane's Coffee. That's MAEJANES coffee.com. You can get your Honduran, your Colombian, and your Brazilian blend coffee, all freshly ground by my sweet daughter, Sasha Denise. Again,
Yes.
that is May Jane's Coffee, MAEJANES.com coffee. No, May Jane's Coffee, COF. How do you spell coffee? FFEE or is it FEE? Yeah, coffee.com.
There it is. And when Sasha comes on today, we'll have her drop it back in the comment box. Shouts out to her. Want to send a shout out to Miss Sonia Woodard, who's celebrating her birthday today back in Cashville.
Sonia, happy birthday
to you, Sonia. Now, we got a ton of football to get into. Plus, you don't want to miss Tasha's game-by-game predictions of not only the Tennessee Titans this year, but also of our beloved Dallas Cowboys. Can't wait for that. But first, oh yeah. You can't be America's team without it being ours, but we got a lot for the Cowboys. But I want to start in Florida. Today we have a SYAD recipient. And for those that don't listen to the show, SYAD simply means sit your ass down, please. Right on over there. Today's SYAD recipient is none other than Pretty Ricky's own Baby Blue. T Sizzle, did you see what Baby Blue is up to these days?
I know he's about to do 10 to 20 in the federal for the PPP scams.
He is. Now, the PPP loan should stand for people playing with prison time, is what it should be, because Baby Blue is about to go to jail for investing over $24 million through the PPP loan scam. The man went out and bought a $96,000 car. Now, he was in the industry. Now, the broke jokers from around the corner, I can understand if they don't know that certain purchases trigger the FBI and the Federal Reserve looking into your finances. He should know better. But see, here's the thing, and the reason why I brought this up, Tasha, because this actually happened to me in real life a little while ago. I got a phone call from an associate that asked me if I wanted to be a part of this PPP loan thing, and said it was real easy. You'll make your quick $20,000. Well, it'll be $15,000 because the person submitting the request is going to take $5 off the top. All they needed was a copy of my license, my social security number, and my February 2020 bank statement. Like a new fool. Like a new fool.
See, anytime anybody requests that 10-digit code that sticks, how many is Social Security? 10 digits, that sticks with you from the time you're born to the time you die. Already, red flags just flying up in the air.
Right. So basically, hand over a perfect stranger all of the information they need to create me.
Basically.
And to go out and buy them a house in the DR under my name while I'm stuck here in the damn hot ass Texas. I digress. But while I was sitting on the phone listening to this, the only thing I can think of is me and this person who shall remain nameless, at least on wax. That me and this person sitting in the jail cell saying, does the name Spanky Johnson mean anything to you?
Deep spanking booze.
Does the name Spanky Johnson? I'm sure if you let me go, he'll be most appreciative.
They can tell by the way I walk, I ain't from around here.
For those of you who don't know who Spanky Johnson is, you are not invited to the Juneteenth cookout. As we proceed, now the NFL, of course, is year-round now. The schedule release is one of the most celebrated acts of the offseason. The schedule is out now. Natasha, let me ask you this. As a football fan, just in general, growing up, when your team schedule came out, what were some of the first things that you would look for when you saw your team's whole schedule for the year?
Well, as I got older, I was seeing if the 49ers, when they were going to play the Atlanta Falcons. Because, back in the day, they were all in the NFC West. And I know that would be the only time that I would be able to catch the illustrious Jerry Rice in action. But I always try to see what games they were going to play, if they were going to be on television, because at that time, we didn't have the Titans. So I want to see at that. I mean, when 49ers were also winning a lot when I was growing up. So I knew they were going to get the schedule. I knew they were going to get the games.
Right.
But then as we got the Titans, I started looking at the schedule like, damn, I got to watch them. And I would want to watch another. I would want to watch another game, but I couldn't because when when you're in your home market, you get that team automatically.
Right, and they black out the other game that's playing alongside them. Right. Interesting, because we're going to get to that because your team actually does come home to roost. We'll get to that a little bit later in the show. Shouts out to Miss Sasha Denise. Miss Sasha, can you please drop the link to your business in the comment section so we can put that up there for everyone? Glad to have you on board. The NFL is starting off the season with the biggest explosion that's known to man. You have the defending Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. Now, when I saw that, my ears just perked up. I'm like, oh, okay. So we back in the mix. A huge blockbuster game. So many storylines leading up to that. Let me ask you this. Is Dallas getting preferential treatment? Do you think that they deserve to be in the Thursday night football game to open the season?
No. And if you really looked at the schedule, they have at least 11 games that are slated for Fox. Did you notice that?
Right.
Now I don't know who's in charge of making the schedule. Do they just take a handful of rubies and throw them on a board and let them stick and say, okay, this is the closest two teams, so this is how the schedule's going to go? I don't understand how Dallas received that game to play against the defending Super Bowl champions.
Now,
I just don't. I mean, yeah, we know, but I just don't understand why they think that would be a good matchup, especially given the fact that you don't know if Dak's ankle is back up to par. This could be a game that you look at and you're just like, let me change the channel. Because remember, Dallas was getting bumped at the end of the season. But they supposed to do like a Sunday night game.
They got bumped. They got bumped at the end of the year. Yeah.
And this is like the first game. And if they come out and lay an egg, it's over. It's going to be downhill from there.
Natasha, you got your green glasses on like me. You got a shout out from Langston Moore.
Hey, Langston, do the Firebird.
You're right. Yeah, and your Clearwater. Now, here's my thing. Now, normally, yes, the Thursday night game is for the defending champion to face another Goliath, another either a rival in the division or somebody who went deep into the playoffs the year before or has a huge superstar. Dallas didn't fit that criteria. Well, they got the star power, but the star power is on the side of that helmet. Look at it this way: if you're the NFL, this is a win-win. You get two of your biggest franchises because Tampa Bay is one of the biggest ones with Brady there, and all of the Cowboy haters in the world are going to be watching to see Dallas get destroyed by Tom Brady. Whether you like or love Tom Brady or not, everybody hates the Cowboys. So us Cowboy fans, we talking 1-0, baby. We talking 1-0. Dak gonna get out there and them legs. He gonna be doing his little. He's gonna be doing his little warm up, and he got some fun. Now we're gonna get into the Cowboys game by game schedule here shortly, so make sure y'all stick around for that. But I think the NFL got that right because Cowboy fans, we're gonna be in the building. Cowboy haters are gonna be in the building because Dallas Cowboys are gonna be a road favorite. I mean, a road underdog. And most people are going to see Tampa Bay just stomp us on national TV so we can be all the memes come Friday and heading into the weekend slate of games.
I mean, they could have put anybody in that slot because people are going to watch just to see Brady. You could have put anybody. You could have put the creamsicle Tampa Bay Buccaneers up against the new Buccaneers, and people are still going to watch them.
The Doug Williams Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, do you think that the NFL missed an opportunity to have Brady and Belichick week one?
Well, you're going to need something. Yeah, week 4, you're going to need something to spice up, the games as the season goes along. I don't think that should have been the juggernaut game. I just think they could have put anybody else in that slot, in my opinion. Anybody.
Okay, like San Francisco, just per se.
It doesn't even have to be the 49ers, #faithful, but it just could have been someone else. And like I said, I do understand because everyone says America's team. They're only America's team because of apparel, not because people are just so in love with the Cowgirls. But I understand that. But again, you could have put anybody there because people want to see Brady.
I think they want to see Dallas. They want to see Dak. They want to see Dallas. They want to see that new look offense. They want to see them boys come back with a vengeance. They know that last year was a wash because there was no Dak. Dak's going to come back out there, and he's going to just set the stage to be this year's MVP. I'm telling y'all better watch out for them Cowboys. They get to go back to Oxnard, California to train. So we get things back in line for that. Now, there were a couple of games that I saw on the slate I found interesting, namely your 49ers. Fair or unfair that you have a 12 o'clock game all the way across the complete other side of the country in Detroit? You have a problem with that?
I do, because they are what? Detroit is on Eastern time. Oh, yeah, because by that time, will the time have changed by that time?
Yes. Well, no, not quite. It'll be about a month away. Thank God y'all get them early in the season.
But see, that to me, that's a disadvantage for any team that has to come from the West and travel to the East to play, because that means you have to travel maybe a day earlier just to get acclimated to the time. And we've all had, I've suffered from jet lag several times coming from Vegas. Well, no, that's a different story. I was just thinking
Vegas. I'm like, that Vegas flight will mess you up.
But that's a different story. It's what happens in Vegas that messes you up, not so much the flight. But I digress. But I think that is a disadvantage. But if you're ready to play, if you can play, you need to be up and ready to go regardless. Don't blame the time change on whether you win or lose.
All right, I like that attitude. Okay, well, speaking of be ready to play, your quarterback is going to be one of 3 that may or may not start the season as the starting quarterback. You have your boy Trey, we have Mac Jones in New England, and we also have Justin Fields in Chicago. If you had to bet, which quarterback do you think will take the field first as a starter? Who'll get the crack first?
Well, I'd have to say the Jets are the most desperate.
Now, I'm going to exclude the top two quarterbacks. I'm going to exclude Jacksonville and the Jets because they have no other quarterbacks to go with. We'll just go with the other three in the first round that actually have starters in front of them. Like Chicago has Andy Dalton. Y'all have Jimmy Garoppolo. And Cam Newton is in New England.
Well, the thing is, the 49ers, they lie. They're saying, oh, Garoppolo's going to be there. Garoppolo's going to be our man. This and other thing. I think the only reason why Garoppolo would get the start over Trey Bay is because of where Trey came from. They say,
who?
Trey Bay. Trey Bay.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm sorry.
Because of where he came from, the school he came from, and really not playing any. I mean, he played games did he play last year? 2 games or something?
Right,
like that?
A game and a half actually.
So I think they may want to trot Garoppolo out there and just to give the rookie some time. I'll say with Andy Canelo and Canelo Dalton, because he was told he was going to be the starter. But you also have what's the guy that came from Philly?
Nick Foles.
Yeah, he's still there as well. So no, Carson Wentz. Nick Foles is Nick Foles in?
Yeah, he's still in Chicago.
Oh, okay. And so Andy was saying he was told he was going to be the starter. So then all of a sudden you draft this quarterback.
Now you saw Andy Dalton on the field last year. Did he do anything to give him any role to be the starting quarterback week 1?
No.
Because that's the Sunday night game against Aaron Donald and them boys. You know Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald.
And then did you take a gander at all the quarterbacks in the NFC North? If Aaron stays, he's going to have it's a smorgasbord. Look at who's supposed to be the potential starters in that division.
Jared Goff in Detroit, possibly a rookie in Chicago, and Kirk Cousins, your cousin, in Minnesota.
Okay. So,
Who's Kellen Mond if you're an SEC fan.
Yeah. Okay, who was our other choice? We had Trey Bay.
We got Justin Fields.
Fields.
We have Mac Jones in New England.
Oh, that's hard because I don't see them pulling Cam because I think they're going to give Cam another opportunity because so many people were missing last year.
Right. And they did a lot to upgrade his weapons around him this offseason.
I would go with Fields.
I will go with Fields as well.
Has the better choice.
I agree. And I think that if you're Chicago, if you're Nagy, you're on your last leg anyway. The general manager is too. Your best bet is to roll him out there week 1.
Right, you need to start throwing everything, just throwing, here you go in, yeah, yeah.
Right, you get a rep.
Right.
I think that would be. I think that's because the one thing that we know that the NFL is good for doing is having rookie quarterbacks save jobs. So if your rookie quarterback go out there and he's, you still might get enough rope to bring the coach back for another year. If you go out there with Dalton, he stinks it up for 7 to 8 weeks, and then you bring on the rookie. The rookie's going to be auditioning for his new coach. So,
right, they're gonna say you have bad judgment and you don't know how to judge your team, and you should have. Why didn't you? Even though we all know the owners control who the coaches have on and off the field.
That is very true. But if you're Andy Dalton, I know you got to be like, damn, I could have held a clipboard in Dallas for $1 million and stayed home with my wife and kids.
Well, it's a lot warmer.
Right now, I'm up here in Chirac. They playing drill music all over. I'm nervous, mama. Deep dish my ass.
I want some Tex-Mex.
Right. Hey, shouts out to the cuisine down here. Woo-wee! I'll be having to make new notches on that belt. But you know what, Tosha? There was a game that should not matter to anybody for any reason, except for their fan bases that I see here in week 1 that I'm personally fascinated in, and I want to get your opinion on this game. It's Jacksonville versus Houston. Don't laugh. Don't you laugh. Shouts out to Michigan Mike checking in. This is Jacksonville versus Houston. Now, here's my question to you, T Sizzle. I want you to think about this Who would you be more surprised to see score a touchdown in that week 1 matchup? Deshaun Watson or Tim Tebow?
Oh, Deshaun, most definitely, because we don't even know if he's going to be on the field. So, yeah, I would be more surprised to see him score a touchdown before touchdown Jesus.
So do you think touchdown Jesus will make the squad and be out there on the field week 1?
You know, we've had our personal off the air conversations about that. I hope he's not there. To be honest, I hope he's not there.
Well, why is that?
I just don't think he deserves an opportunity. And it's not really to throw shade at Tebow so much.
Right.
It's just the fact that the people who are in charge of continuing to give him these opportunities, that players who, I mean, he hasn't been in the league in what? How long has he been out?
Since
7 years?
I believe. It's been a while.
So you're giving him an opportunity when you have people who are constantly playing, currently playing, who will get cut at the same position that they told him to play when he first entered the draft. If you want to play football that bad, you should have put your ass in at tight end when you came off that Heisman Trophy.
Right.
And I just don't think that it's fair that he's getting that opportunity when there are others. And just as Deion said, I know you know, we love Deion for going to the HBCU and coaching. Deion wants to, champion for HBCU players, but you also went to a PWI.
Yeah.
You know,
would you explain the PWI for our casual fans?
Primarily white institutions.
Okay. He did. Jerry Curl just flowing.
Right. You could, you made a decision back in the day to go to Florida State, go Noles, but you could have went to Bethune-Cookman. You could have went to FAMU. You could have went to numerous other schools. A lot of players made it to the NFL, going to those HBCUs.
Right.
But Deion does have a point. You have no players from HBCUs that got drafted. Now, we don't know if someone's going to get picked up in free agency, but I doubt that seriously. And if they do, they may sign them like practice squad players or something. I just don't think it's fair that Tebow continues to get these up to the baseball and then going into the broadcasting. I mean, it's like they're just handing him everything on a silver platter when I don't think he deserves most of that.
Right. And the thing is, and I had to, after we had some of our off-wax conversations about this, I had to really to separate my thoughts from my thoughts about Tebow the person. Tebow the person, hey man, go do your thing. You want to be an ice skater next week? Hey, you got my blessing. Go be an ice skater. I changed careers after 30.
That's what
with the big old calves.
That's what you're looking at right there. This is all you're gonna look at right here. I'm done. My face will no longer appear on the screen.
This beautiful scenery.
this is all you're gonna see.
No, so him as a person, hey, you want to be pastor, whatever you want to do, go do that. That's fine. Like I said, if you want to change your career, I'm all about that. I'm with that. I support that. My issue is with who you call Urban Meyer the Light. Who the hell do you think you are, Urban Meyer? This ain't the NCAA. I think this is a power flex on Urban Meyer's part. Like, he's letting y'all know, I'm going to hit y'all with the flex. Hit him with the flex. Hit him with the. He's hitting us with the flex. He did it when he hired his boyfriend from Iowa, the strength and conditioning coach. Oh, El Presidente, okay. Well, I got on Titan Zente. Y'all know how we get down.
That's the beer of the country.
But with Urban Meyer, he's so arrogant and brass. And the thing is, he's going to put his stamp on this team one way or another. I don't think he gives two flying you-know-whats about Tim Tebow scoring a touchdown for Jacksonville. He's letting the NFL know, I'm on y'all ran my friend out of town from Iowa, who I have a personal relationship with. Now, the other guy who was scheming in the White House, there was a friend of him and his wife. They hide text messages and all of that. The coach at Ohio State, he runs with a pack of killers now.
Right.
Now, Urban run with his crew kind of ill, and he's constantly like throwing these lifelines out to these cats. I think he's doing that with Tim Tebow, and I think that's messed up. Now, what I do want to kind of separate is the Kaepernick talk with this. I hear a lot of people saying, but Kaepernick still doesn't have a job. But I think that we need to go ahead and move past that because we know what that was about.
Right.
That had nothing to do with football. That had nothing to do with football politics or anything like that. That's a completely separate situation. I liken this more to something like, let's say Mac Brown gets the head coaching job at let me just pick at Carolina next year.
Mm-hmm.
And he brings in Vince Young to play a tight end. Because Vince Young still has got a little athlete in him. Vince Young was a college champion. Vince Young was a hallowed person. Vince Young got him promoted and got him millions of dollars. They have a close relationship. He's been getting Vince Young jobs behind the scenes. So come on and try out for tight end. I mean, I look at it more like something that because.
And I don't know if you saw Undisputed when Shannon Sharp, they had Michael Vick on there. And
yeah.
Michael Vick was like, oh, well, yeah, I can get a coach to, if I wanted to, they can call me and I can come in. But like Shannon said, but not at running back.
What did Mike Vick say when he said, would you do it at running back? What did he say?
He was like, no.
He was like, hell no.
No. They're not gonna tell you, Mike Vick. They're not gonna tell you to come back. Oh, we'll come back. We're gonna sign you for 1 year at corner or at running back. Come on in for a tryout. Mike Vick's not gonna do that.
Right, and he just ran a 4.7 at the age of 40, so he actually can evade some defenders out there still. Now, Langston said nepotism is more like it, and I liken it to that. Mm-hmm, that's like his son. I'm gonna go ahead and give him, but why not just give him a front office job?
Right, get him a coaching job. Get him, get him something, but anything but being on the field. Because Tebow he was a fullback when he was the quarterback in Florida.
Right, wearing them big old Nebraska neck rolls, running around looking like that.
Right. Okay, you said that win. Goodbye.
Well, the fact good looking out the chin.
Who remembers that win?
That you knew who that was. Now, let's get right to it. We got Langston here. We got Langston in the house. He's an avid Cowboys fan. I'm going to put your feet to the fire, T Sizzle, because I got the Cowboys schedule right here. I'm going to read down this schedule, and you're going to tell me win or loss. And I got a pen to keep records because we keep receipts here at the Extra Point. So, hold on.
Mama Guevo.
He said, "Some is your sound engineer. I know how to find good music on YouTube." Hey, man, inbox me. Ain't that how people say on social media? Inbox me. It's all good, man. Come on aboard. You know your football. But let's see if Tosha knows hers. All right. We're going to start out in Tampa Bay and Raymond James Stadium.
Loss.
Damn, that was quick. Hold on. I didn't even get the schedule up yet. Okay. So you got that as a loss. All right. The next week at the Chargers.
Win.
Okay. You got them winning that one. Okay. The next week at home versus the Eagles.
That's the thing, man. Oh, because I don't know what's really going to be going on with Jalen Hurts and what's the whole. Ooh. Oh, he said, look, I'm going to go with the Eagles just because Michigan Mike is right there.
Man, Dallas is going to whoop them. That's 2 wins. No, Dallas is going to whoop them. Dallas is only splitting with one team in that division. And that's Washington because of that defense. All right. As we continue, T Sizzle, next at home to the Carolina Panthers.
Win.
Okay, I got you there. And then home for the Giants.
Win.
Okay, at the Patriots.
Loss.
Oh, Cameron Neutron and the boys.
I'm gonna take a L. They gotta take a L on that.
Okay. I think Dallas gets that done. This is not Tom Brady's Patriots. So Dallas gets that done too. All right. Then we go to Minnesota on Sunday night.
I'll go ahead and give them the W on that one.
Okay. All right. And then we have home to the Broncos.
Oh, I'm going to give them a W on that one too.
Home to the Falcons.
Oh, that's a definite W.
Okay. At the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, that's an L.
That is an L. I got you. That's an L. Okay. And then home on Thanksgiving to the Raiders.
Ooh.
Las Vegas.
Vegas. Ooh. I mean, it really doesn't make a difference how Coach Gruden coaches. He's still going to keep his job because they got him for 10 years at $5 billion. I'm going to go ahead and give them the W.
All right, your daughter agrees with you on that one. Michigan Mike says the Raiders are going to be a good team. And Mike's defense, he said that in the offseason during the start of free agency. So at least he's staying consistent.
I mean, but who's their quarterback?
It's Derek Carr. Derek Carr is serviceable. He's like Ryan Tannehill without the moxie. He's serviceable. The next week at the New Orleans Saints.
Because
I love when these two teams get it on. By the way, when the Saints and the Cowboys play, it's always fireworks. I love that matchup.
Breeze is no longer there. Who's going to be the quarterback? Is it going to be the 30-year-old virgin, the third-year player, or is it?
Well, hold on. Langston called him a rental car. You called him the virgin? You mean Taysom Hill? Is that why he's so strong around the shoulder blades?
Taysom Hill is about 35 years old and is in his third year?
Yeah, but where'd the virgin come from?
Well, now look where he came from. They supposed to be virtuous people up in that part of Utah.
That's why he walk around like this.
I mean, I would actually. I'm gonna
come on, Tosha. Don't choke on your words now. Who you got?
I got the Saints.
Damn.
But that could change depending on, like I said, who they trot out there at quarterback.
That is very true. Now, if you get 5,000-yard Jameis Winston with that offense, look out, world. Look out, world. Now, Mike is checking in with some receipts. He said Carr had 4,000 passes, 7 and 9. They're going to put hands on teams. They got to stop somebody on defense, though, Mike.
Right, Mike. Look at what he's doing, and look at where the Raiders have been since he's been the quarterback. Since Gruden has been the coach, they have not done anything.
They're getting pieces. I like Josh Jacobs. They try to beat Alabama West. They got Jacobs and Ruggs, and they got all them people. Hell, who are you going to get next? Julio Jones in the trade? Just make it the whole Bama backfield while you're at it. Carr is underrated. I think Carr gets blamed on because of how he presented himself on Hard Knocks. He seemed kind of like the office kiss up, and like he was trying too hard to be accepted by the coach.
And I think his brother's reputation too. They felt like,
I forgot about him. Yeah, they played for Houston all those years.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, Carr put up some decent numbers last year. All right, next up, we got Chase Young and the boys at Washington in D.C. Cowboys win, Cowboys lose.
I'm gonna take that as an L.
I think I am too. They don't fare too well up there in D.C. No matter who's playing quarterback. I can't really fight you on that one. Okay, next up at the Giants.
See, this is a tough one.
About in because it'll be December.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's a tough one. It's going to be the end of the year. The Cowboys tend to kind of falter a little bit towards the end of the season. And for some reason, the Giants always pick it up at the end of the season.
Right. They like to play spoiler.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to go for the Giants. So that's an L.
Okay. So you got them splitting with the Giants. Okay. All righty. And then next up, a return visit with Washington on Sunday Night Football. Does this game get flexed after Christmas? This is on the day after Christmas. Does this game get flexed out?
It could be, because I don't think Washington is really going to be that good. You know how like some teams, they just get up for certain other teams. And I think the Washington football team, they're going to try to get up because it's their rivals. The conference rivals. I don't know. Oh, this one is hard. I'm going to give this one to, because this one is at home, right? I would give that one to the girls.
Okay, so you got them. So you basically have them splitting all the way down. Now Langston says the Giants has not done enough improvements on the offensive line. My thing is, until Saquon Barkley can find some Gorilla Glue for those calves to hold them tendons together, they're not going nowhere.
That's why his tendons are so weak and trying to support all that extra calf weight. And them big old quads. And then you see them what quads?
You ain't a Quad City DJ.
It's ridiculous.
No, for real. It's time to debulk a little bit and become more pliable because you get straight up leg injuries on Saquon and you ruin 2 of my fantasy seasons taking your ass in the first round. I'm never doing that again. And the last 2 games of the season, home to Arizona, who stomped them by 30 on Monday Night Football last year.
That's a loss.
They get revenge.
And it's a loss against the Eagles.
Now, Mike says the Cowboys always lose toward the end of their season. Got to go with the trend. Is this because he knows that the regular season finale is against Philly?
Well, no, but that's what the Cowboys do. They, and then
I don't want to hear that.
Because and then like if the Cowboys say, okay, well, we have 11 wins, they're going to start resting on their morals and not wanting to really just play. I mean, and when half a shirt gets in his mood, and then Amari calls in sick while he's on the field. Right. And, you just never know what's going to happen. But, yeah, those last 2 games, Arizona and Philly, those are both losses.
Damn. Okay. Now, I call Amari Cooper the new T.O., but it's for tap out.
I mean, have you ever seen anybody call out of work while they was at work? Amari
My man, right. He called, look, you calling out from your cubicle, boss. He's like, I see your shoes sticking up. It's not your shoes.
I see your feet.
You calling out from
sitting up there looking like my 3 sons.
Never fear, hustle is here. I didn't get no shout out, but that's what's up. He says,
hey Marcus.
Right, hey, she said the Cowboys was gonna beat the Saints too. How you like that? so Tosha T Sizzle as the Cowboys would have whopped. Really? 7-10, Tosha.
What did I tell you? I said, well, no, off air. I said what? I said 8 in a row. But when I started thinking about some of the matchups, it kind of changed.
See, we got them 3 different. I got them 10-7. You got them 7-10. The 7-10 is so disrespectful.
I mean, it's just because the Cowboys are the great unknown when it comes to games. You cannot trust them.
But this is what you can trust. Dak Prescott's arm, who was on pace to throw for 6,500 yards last year before he caught that L leg. And then top of that, the defense was historically bad. Don't do that. Don't do that. The worst it's ever been in franchise history. The Dressers needs to reveal the draft on defense. The offense is going to be back and more explosive than ever. And Dak is going to come back and be the MVP.
But again, we are talking about the Dallas Cowgirls.
Now, Michael, no, that's them boys. Now, Michael says Tosha and I are aligned. Now, there's a 49ers fan and an Eagles fan giving a prediction about the Cowboys. You do the math. 1 + 1 = 7 and 10. That's what that equals. And this hate will not be tolerated. So so since you're in the giving mood,
Mama Guevo.
Since you're in the giving mood and speaking your Españoles, let's see how you fare with the Tennessee Titans. Don't do that. Don't do that. Here we go. Don't you even think about doing it. Here we go. Tennessee Titans. Now, for me, I'm just going to be asking because I'm doing a comprehensive podcast on the Titans schedule that will be dropping tomorrow morning. When y'all doing your honeydew list, women, when you get the guy possible, you just pool boy, you can have it all playing in the background.
Hey, I got a pool boy, but ain't no shenanigans gonna be going on.
How old is he?
Peppy just turned 29.
Oh Lord. Okay. Well, Peppy keep all the leaves out of it by August.
Peppy's gonna do the grass and the pool.
Now, here go Marcus. Let's just put L's all the way down that column. No, we're not gonna do that. Because
no, Marcus, I think they can get out a couple of wins because they'll do good and then get to the playoffs and lose in the first round.
That's a different podcast for a different day, Tasha. That hurt. That hurt deeply. Tighten up, ladies and gentlemen. We start off with Arizona. The Cardinals come to town to Nashville Nissan Stadium on September the 2nd. Is that a win or loss, Tasha?
It's a loss.
Really, Tasha? Derrick Henry is going to run for 357 yards that game. How about that? Okay, loss. Week 2. Now their schedule is tough out the gate. I will give you that. Week 2 at Seattle. At Seattle. At Seattle, Tasha.
Oh, I think that's gonna be an L, dog.
What? This ain't the Legion of Boom, Seattle. Okay, let's keep going. Week 3 at home versus the Colts. That's a what now?
A win. Shouts out to Quiddy Pay. Go Blue.
Okay, all right. Oh, okay. So yeah, Quiddy will be in the city, but that's going to be a L. Followed up by a road trip to the Jets.
That's a win.
Followed by a road trip to Jacksonville.
That's a win.
Followed by a home Monday night matchup against the Buffalo Bills.
Ooh, that Bills Mafia, because I was there last time that Bills Mafia came. I mean, they had their flags at the club level.
They travel.
Flags hanging in the club level, not just. I mean, they bought club level seats and had. I mean, it was Bills Mafia. I'm gonna go with the Bills on that one.
Now y'all do realize now the game was on a Tuesday because of COVID, but the Titans beat them by 30 points last year. Let's just go ahead and put that out.
I'm just saying.
Now, all 3 of these points, I do agree with Langston. Maybe I need to have you on tomorrow's podcast because those are 3 areas that I'm worried about. The passing game to tight end, Davis being gone, and the secondary is very, very new. So
very suspect.
Valid concerns.
You just drafted somebody that done had 8 back surgeries and 3 repaired knees. I don't know.
Right. I told you we like to shop out the Denny Can aisle. So following up the home Monday nighter in Buffalo, we go Kansas City at home.
It's a loss.
That is a loss. At the Colts. We're gonna sweep Carson Wentz. Why are you playing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
We're gonna sweep Carson Wentz. All right, then we have a Sunday nighter at the LA Rams Super Bowl rematch.
Oh, see, that's the thing. I don't know what Matt Stafford is going to be doing out there.
He's going to be getting ran over like everybody else in the league when Derrick Henry put them.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Titans on that one.
We're not losing no more national televised games against St. Louis. I'm sorry, the Rams. I'm sorry. They're going to always be St. Louis to me. Okay, then we go a home game to versus the Saints.
That's a loss.
Oh. And then home game versus the Watson-less Texans.
That's a loss. I mean, that's a win. I'm sorry.
Now the NFL think they slick. They trying to backload the Texans on our schedule with the hopes that Deshaun Watson will be back from his 8-game suspension.
But no, they do that every year. Look at the Titans' schedule throughout the years. They always have Houston back to literally.
Right, and we play them last again like we do the last 5 years.
Right. That's what you do. They'll play them December 1st, and then December 29th, they're playing them again.
That's true, and that's exactly what happened last year. Langston, we ain't gonna be taking too many more losses in here. Just copy and pasting you doing. I'm not feeling that.
And when they play the 49ers, you're going to put an L on that one too.
Okay, then after the home to the Texans, we go to the Patriots.
Oh. I'm gonna say, that's gonna be a tough one there.
Mac Jones will be playing by then.
Yeah,
he will. Wait a minute.
You just it's just screw hell. It's just screw
hell, Langston.
What Langston say?
He said it's gonna be free massage coupons under the seats in Houston. Cowboys Super Bowl.
No, that's gonna be the Houston and the Patriots matchup when they go down the craft specials.
Now, Dizzy, real quick before we finish the Titans, Tasha has your Cowboys at 7-10. So put that on something.
Dizzy.
As we continue, next week is home to the Jaguars. That's a win, right?
Yeah, that's a win.
Then at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's a loss.
And now the big one, the Christmas game that I get to go home for. I get to watch one game a year. And 2 days before Christmas, the San Francisco Treats.
That's a loss. Hashtag faithful. Hashtag gold-blooded.
David said the wind just went swoosh, swoosh. Right. Even if the Lord ain't catching her, ain't letting her get away with that lie. 13-3 with the easy schedule. Tosha, your thoughts?
All right.
Okay, you just gonna say all right then? All right then is all?
All right. All right.
So wait a minute. So Langston got us winning the extra point bowl. This is the extra point bowl.
Okay, Langston.
And the loser will come on the air that next Wednesday rocking Titans gear.
All right.
I'll drop it off to you. I'm gonna leave a jersey there when I come for my birthday, so you can don it when you lose that bet. Is that all right?
All right. You gonna look good, looking gold-blooded. That's all I got to say.
Okay. He said I ain't forgot the white clock. Hey, that started a whole dynasty right there.
They're catching the end zone from Joe Montana, baby.
Now, Marcus concurs with you. I concur with Michael Hasso, who says Titans are winning that game.
Mike, come on. Mike, I was there with you with your. Okay, Mike. Okay, all right.
Winning that game. The next one is home to the 10-6 Dolphins from here ago.
I'm taking that.
That's a what now?
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins on that one.
Oh, come on. Come on now. And last but not least, we finish up with Nip and Tuck.
That's a win.
And that's a win. So you got the Titans going 8-9. 8-9. We don't even get the 9-7 like we've been doing the last 5 years.
Old 50-50 gonna be in Nashville, so there could be a chance.
Oh no, don't let them nowhere near the facility. Now
old 50-50 gonna be over there on John A. Merritt. So hey.
Now, so you got the Dallas Cowboys at 7-10 and the Titans at 8-9. What, you just trying to ruin my fall?
The thing is, the Titans, both teams, it can go either way with some of those games. But just something just about the Cowboys, it just, not to say that I just hate them, they just don't sit right with me. They falter, they lose games that they should not lose. I mean, there's no way Dallas should be losing some of those games with all that talent that they have.
Even last year, yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't happen.
That's the one common thread between Dallas and between the Titans that does frustrate me. They'll go on the road to a playoff team's venue and beat them, and then go on the road to Cincinnati the next week and lose.
Like the Jets would easily upset them. You know, and they say Jets, Jets, they're the MESS, mess to me. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. But that extra game is going to get Tennessee and Dallas into the playoffs. You heard it right here. Now, we saw something last night that happened that gave us a little tickle. So we're going to close out the show with a little NBA. And it's time for the first ever live segment of Say It With Your Chest. And today, Say It With Your Chest goes to Miami Heat legend Udonis Haslem, who told the coach in no uncertain terms,
I don't want to play.
Put me into this game and I ain't played all season.
I don't want to play.
Now, for those that didn't see the game last night, it was Miami and Philly that was playing in the game. Udonis Haslem puts in the game. He hadn't played all season. In 3 minutes, he got himself ejected by taking a swing at Dwight Howard. Bruh, you didn't have to get suspended. Just tell him that you didn't want to play.
If you didn't want to play at 74 years old,
right?
All you had to do was say, I don't want to play. I'm a healthy scratch.
Who's the character that had the comb back like Dracula? And this was great. Was it Dracula? Is Dracula the one that had the black comb back with the gray streak? Is that Dracula? That's who he looked like last night.
I mean, he had to looking like a wise owl. I mean, he is like gray on the que.
My man had to space off.
That's Leandro, everyone.
Hello, Leandro.
Que lo que? Sorry, I digress.
Daryl Armstrong. I was like, what's he doing there?
he just had a baby. Well, not him. He's a nuevo papi.
All right, cool. Well, congratulations to you, man.
Felicidades.
Yo la traje.
Uh-huh. No. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right. And look, and on that note, before this turns into After Dark.
No, he was saying he wanted to bring the baby here now. She just had the baby. No.
Oh, okay, man. That wasn't no damn swing. Look, I ain't Stella, right? Look,
I mean,
Stella.
He just did the by Langston log out.
Right. You caught that late, huh?
No, he did the minimum to get the attention of the refs to get teed up. So he go put some ice on them bad knees, and you know how Patrick Ewing used to sit on there with the biggest.
Oh yeah.
On earth.
But you have enough sway in the building.
He's changing my televisions, Langston. That's what he's doing. Ain't no Stella.
Right, but you got enough sway in the building where you could have just nodded him off like, I ain't going in there.
Right.
But he got his ass up out of there. Didn't break a sweat either.
And still got paid.
Look, and on that note, it's time for me to get out of here and go and get paid. Tosha T Sizzle. I'm bringing that jersey down there for my birthday because I'm one shot away from being passport free OG, and I'll be there in August.
And you better come. Are you coming alone? Do we need to make this into the fun house? Like, what are we going to be doing? What's the plan?
Let's start with fun house and then work our way back from there. So we'll get that part figured out, because if they ain't vaxxed, they ain't rolling with me. So on behalf of the newly, look at that. That is awesome. You gonna show your pool one more time while I'm gonna be chilling?
This is beautiful. What is
with my
that?
Stogie?
Oh, we'll have furniture by then. I haven't officially moved in, guys. They're still in the process.
Are you squatting?
I'm in squatting. This ain't my house. Be quiet.
Alejandro gonna throw you out of there. Look, on behalf of T Sizzle, your boy Mr. P.L. Colter. It was a pleasure talking with y'all. We got the NBA playoffs start next week, so you know you will be hearing back from us real soon. Michigan Mike shouts out. Langston, Marcus Stone, Dizzy, everybody. Make sure you check out Dizzy's show this weekend. The what does he call it now? The Masculine Intellect Show? That's what it's called. Well, do your thing, everybody. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.